American workers have a level playing field. They cannot be beaten. They have not had a level playing field in a long time. Around the world, the Made in America label is the gold standard for craftsmanship, quality, and artistry. And that is one more reason why we have to protect it. I mean, we have to protect it.
Welcome back to After the Assignment. I'm Vladimir Duthiers. Buy American and hire American remains a top priority for the Trump administration, especially when it comes to the auto industry. But before automakers can create jobs, they have to expand factories. And a CBS News investigation found much of that expansion is being done by foreign workers, mainly from Eastern Europe. Many are entering the United States on a non-immigrant visa for tourism and business known as a B1, B2. I spoke with Cathleen Caron, an expert on those visas. Cathleen is a founder and executive director of Justice in Motion, a nonprofit that pushes for transparency of non-immigrant visas. What is a B1 visa?
A B1 visa is a business visitor visa. So there's about 40,000 brought in each year. The biggest country of origin is Philippines, but it's often in combination with the B2 visa, which is a tourist visa. So the true numbers we do not know because there's about 7 million B1, B2 visas issued that are a combination of business visitors and tourist visas.
So you say that they're often issued in conjunction with the B2 visa. So you get one and you get the other.
Correct. So often business visitors will add some tourism to their trip, so it's a very common addition. But what it means is it obscures the true numbers of business visitors to the country every year.
What kind of work would you be allowed to do on this visa?
They're business-related activities. So, for example, you can be a trainer. You could be training U.S. workers. You could be supervising U.S. workers for a particular job. You can also be a skilled worker coming in to do a business transaction or execute a contract for your foreign company. But you're employed by the foreign company and you're paid in the wages from your foreign company.
So one of the things, Kathleen, that people are going to say, I think, when they see this report is American workers are losing out. These jobs can go to Americans, but they're going to these Eastern Europeans or other people that are coming in to work in these plants. What do you say to that?
Well, U.S. workers aren't given an opportunity to get those jobs. The reason is with the non-immigrant visas, there's only very few visas that require the companies to look for U.S. workers first.
So they don't even have to look for U.S. workers.
Correct. So the U.S. workers that are local might not have any idea that these opportunities are even available to them.
How many of our politicians are aware of what appears to be at least some level of abuse of this system?
There's very little known about how the B1 visa is used. So I would say there's very little knowledge about it, and there's a real need for transparency. And it's not just the B1 visa. There's lots of different categories. And what you see, the abuse of it is that U.S. employers moving between the different categories to avoid higher paying the visas that are more complicated to get for a workforce. So there's a lot of flexibility in there that could be fraudulent. And it really comes down to the benevolence of the employer. If it's a good employer who's going to follow the rules, it will be fine. But if you have an employer that's looking to cut corners and to save costs, using these non-immigrant visas, especially the non-formal ones, it's an excellent way to do it. And because of the lack of transparency, you're going to probably get away with it.